Here's the reweight option in the regression procedure. So suppose I've got this medical data set we've been playing with. And what I want to do is I want to set the weights of my observations to be something different. Here's the syntax. First you have your model statement with whatever variables you wanted to plug in. And then you use the reweight statement. Here I've got it set up so that the observations that have a studentized residual that's greater than 1.5 will have a weight of 0.1 as opposed to whatever they were going to have before. So let's just run this, and so you can see it's going to weight things differently. These are not, this is not the output that we would have from a regular regression. Here's the original regression that we would have. So this first parameter intercept estimate was 96, as opposed to what happened when we reweighted that was we got an intercept of 146. So it's a different deal. A couple more things that you can do with this are, let's see, suppose I didn't have this weight statement. Suppose I didn't declare a new weight for this observation. Well, then it would set the weight to be equal to 0, which means that's the same thing as totally deleting that observation altogether. So you're going to have something different for this model than you would for this. Also, this one will do the same thing. What we've done is we've said, okay, we're going to reweight this observation, the one with a studentized residual that's greater than 1.5. There happens to be only one observation that has a studentized residual greater than 1.5 in my data set. It might be different from yours. And then I've set the weight to be equal to 0.1. Then this next statement reweights that and says, let's take that observation that we weighted, just this particular observation, the one with a studentized residual greater than 1.5, and we're going to reweight it, but I didn't say to what, so it's going to, by default, reweight it to 0. So this deletes that observation in essence. So this code, these two regression procedures will give me the same thing, in other words. So when I run them, I get 155 as the first, the intercept estimate. So, a couple different ways of doing the same thing. Here's another thing. If you want to undo the reweight, this will give me the same thing as this model. So these two things should be the same. So 96 and 96. You can also create different kind of combinations, reweight and then reweight undo, etc. But let me show you a couple other options besides just studentized residual greater than 1.5. You can also play with the actual variable numbers. So suppose I knew that this particular variable, income, was interesting. I knew that this particular observation, the observation with an income of 19,177, and I want to delete it essentially and not use it in this regression model. Instead of like I did up here, I deleted that particular observation. If underscore n underscore the sixth observation, I deleted it and then created this data set called more. You can do that, or you can just use this reweight statement. So these two models should give you the same thing. I'm doing one on dataset more and then one with the reweight statement. And you can see I get the same parameter estimates in both cases.